Welcome to Bali. Hello, friends. Have you ever seen a picture of a place so beautiful, so vibrant, you just have to go? For me, that's Bali. But then you start planning, and whoa, it's a lot, right? Where do you even begin on an island with over 17,000 other islands in its country? It's known as the Island of the Gods, and you can feel that magic in the air. But figuring out an itinerary can feel less than magical. It can be overwhelming trying to make sure you see the famous spots everyone talks about while also discovering those special, quiet corners that make a trip truly your own. But don't you worry. What if I told you there's a way to do it all? To see the absolute best of Bali, from the iconic sights that take your breath away to the hidden gems that capture your heart, without feeling like you're just checking boxes off a list. It's about connection, my friends. It's about finding the stories, the people, and yes, the incredible food that make this island so special. We're going to experience it together, and I promise it's going to be fantastic. So get ready, I'm going to be your guide on this incredible adventure. Did you know that Bali has a unique calendar system, the Pawukan calendar, which is only 210 days long, or that most Balinese people have one of just 4 names, Wayan, Maid, Nyoman, or Ketut, based on their birth order? It's these little things that make a place come alive. We'll explore ancient temples, wander through stunning landscapes, and meet the wonderful people who call this paradise home. Let's go discover the real Bali, together. Our first stop, my friends, is something you have to see to believe. It's like a painting brought to life. We're at the Tagalalang rice terraces, and look at this. It's a sea of green, cascading down the valley in these incredible, intricate steps. It's absolutely stunning. You see these images online, but being here, feeling the warm air, hearing the gentle rustle of the rice stalks, it's a whole different experience. It's not just a pretty picture, it's a living, breathing testament to centuries of hard work and ingenuity. This isn't just for show, this is a real working farm that has been here for generations. The local farmers have been using a traditional irrigation system called subak for over 1,000 years. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and for good reason. It's a cooperative system where water is managed from the temples, flowing down through the canals to nourish every single terrace. It's about community, it's about harmony with nature, and it's about sharing. It's beautiful, isn't it? Everything is connected. I'm told the best time to come is at sunrise. Imagine the first light of day spilling over these terraces, turning the whole valley gold. You can walk right down into the terraces, follow the little paths, and sometimes you'll meet the local farmers themselves. They are the true artists here. They work these fields with such care, and they are always smiling. A smile is the universal language, isn't it? It says, "Welcome, I'm happy you're here." And if you're feeling adventurous, there are these giant swings that fly you out over the valley. I don't know if I'm brave enough for that, maybe after a good breakfast. But just being here, taking it all in, is a thrill in itself. It's a reminder of how beautiful things can be when people work together with the land. It's a perfect first taste of the magic of Bali. It's not just agriculture, it's art. Alright, from the serene green of the rice fields, we're diving into a world that's a little more wild. Welcome to the Sacred Monkey Forest Sanctuary in Ubud. And when they say monkey forest, they are not kidding. There are hundreds of long-tailed macaques everywhere. Look at this little guy, he's just hanging out, living his best life. This place is incredible. It's part nature reserve, part temple complex, and all enchanting. This isn't a zoo, my friends, this is their home. The monkeys are considered sacred here, and the whole forest is a protected area, a spiritual and conservation center. The Balinese philosophy of Trihita Karana, harmony between humans, nature, and the gods, is alive and well right here. You can feel it. The air is thick with the smell of damp earth and incense from the temples hidden within the jungle. It's like stepping into another world, a real-life Indiana Jones movie, but with more bananas. Speaking of bananas, a word to the wise. Hold on to your hats and your sunglasses and your snacks. These monkeys are clever, and they are not shy. They'll come right up to you hoping for a treat. The best thing to do is just relax, move slowly, and enjoy their company from a respectful distance. It's a fantastic opportunity to see them in their natural habitat, grooming each other, playing and taking care of their babies. It's a whole society in the trees, and as you wander deeper, you'll discover ancient temples covered in moss, guarded by stone statues that look like they've been here forever. There's the main temple, Pura Dalam Agung, and a holy spring temple, Pura Beji. It's this beautiful blend of the wild and the sacred, of nature and religion coexisting perfectly. It's a little chaotic, a little magical, and completely unforgettable. You come here for the monkeys, but you leave with a sense of wonder. You know, some places are just so beautiful they stop you in your tracks. This is one of them. Welcome to Purataman Saraswati, right in the heart of Ubud. You wouldn't even know it's here, tucked away from the main road, but you step through the entrance and suddenly, you're in this oasis of tranquility. The first thing you see is this incredible lotus pond. Look at the blossoms, pink and white, floating on these giant green lily pads. It's breathtaking. This temple is dedicated to Saraswati, the Hindu goddess of knowledge, music, art, and wisdom, and you can feel that creative energy all around. The temple itself is a masterpiece of Balinese architecture covered in intricate carvings. It was designed by the famous Balinese artist I Gusti Nyoman Lempad. You don't have to be an art historian to appreciate the craftsmanship. Every detail tells a story. It's a celebration of beauty. And what better way to honor a goddess of the arts? The temple is a place of worship, so while visitors can't go into the main inner sanctum, you can walk along the beautiful pathway that crosses the pond. It feels like you're floating towards the temple. It's one of the most serene and picturesque spots in all of Ubud. You can just sit here, by the water, and feel the peace of this place wash over you. It's a moment of quiet reflection in the middle of a bustling town. And if you come in the evening, you're in for a real treat. This becomes a stage. They hold traditional Balinese dance performances right here, with the temple and the lotus pond as the most spectacular backdrop you could ever imagine. The sound of the gamelan orchestra starts. The dancers emerge in their vibrant costumes. It's pure magic. It's art honoring art in a place dedicated to art. It doesn't get much better than that, my friends. There's a feeling you get in certain places, a sense of history, of devotion that's so powerful it's almost tangible. That's the feeling I have right now at Tirta Empul Temple. This place has been a sacred site for over 1,000 years. People come from all over Bali and all over the world to bathe in its holy spring water. It's a place of purification, of spiritual cleansing, and you can feel the deep reverence in the air. The name Tirta Empul means holy spring in Balinese, and according to legend, the spring was created by the god Indra. He pierced the earth to create a spring of immortality to revive his forces after they were poisoned. Today that spring still bubbles up into a crystal-clear pool inside the temple, and then flows out into these long rectangular bathing pools. You can see the water bubbling up from the ground. It's alive. The main attraction here is the purification ritual, or melukat. You'll see people lining up, men and women, young and old, fully clothed, waiting their turn to dip their heads under a series of water spouts that line the pools. Each spout is said to have a different purpose, from curing illnesses to washing away bad dreams. It's a deeply personal and moving thing to witness. It's not a performance for tourists. It's a living, breathing part of Balinese spiritual life. Even if you don't participate in the ritual yourself, just being here is a powerful experience. You can walk around the complex, admire the beautiful shrines and pavilions, and watch the quiet devotion of the worshippers. The air is fragrant with the smell of the kanang sari offerings, the little woven palm leaf baskets filled with flowers and incense that you see everywhere in Bali. It's a place that reminds you of the importance of faith, of ritual, and of the simple, powerful act of renewal. It's truly a spiritual journey. Cool? You know, I love finding places where tradition is not just remembered but lived every single day. And I think I found one of the most special places yet. This is Penglapuran village, and it feels like we've stepped back in time in the best possible way. The first thing you notice is how incredibly clean and orderly it is. A single stone-paved street runs up the center of the village, and on either side are these beautiful, identical gateways leading into traditional Balinese homes. This village has been recognized as one of the cleanest villages in the world, but it's more than just tidy. It's about a deep respect for their environment and their community. The layout of the village is based on the tri-mandala concept of Balinese architecture. A sacred zone at the top with the temple, a residential zone in the middle, and a less sacred zone at the bottom, which includes the cemetery. Everything has its place. Everything is in harmony. But the best part about Penglapuran is the people. They are so warm and welcoming. As you walk up the main street, the families who live here will have their gates open, inviting you to come inside and see their homes. It's not a museum. These are their actual living compounds. You can see their family temple, their kitchen, their sleeping quarters. They are so proud to share their way of life with you. And the smiles. Oh, the smiles are everywhere. They've preserved their traditions so beautifully here. Motorized vehicles aren't allowed on the main street, which adds to the feeling of peace. And if you're lucky, you might even be here during a local ceremony. The whole village comes alive with colorful decorations and traditional dress. It's a chance to see a community that is deeply connected to its roots, a place where the modern world hasn't erased the past. It's a heartwarming, beautiful experience that feels incredibly authentic. It's a real treasure. Sometimes a place is so famous, so iconic, you worry it won't live up to the hype. Let me tell you, my friends, this is not one of those places. We are at the Handara Gate, and it is every bit as spectacular as the pictures, and then some. This isn't just a gate, it's a statement. It's a piece of art framed by the incredible beauty of the Balinese highlands. Look at the scale of it. It makes you feel small in the best possible way. This is actually the entrance to a golf resort, believe it or not, but the gate itself has become a destination. It's a classic Balinese candy bentar or split gateway, which you see at the entrance to temples and palaces all over the island. It symbolizes the splitting of a mountain to create a passage, representing the balance between opposing forces like light and dark, good and evil. It's a deeply spiritual design, full of meaning. What makes this particular gate so breathtaking is its setting. It's framed by these lush, green rolling hills and the misty, moody mountains in the background. The air up here is cool and fresh, a nice break from the heat of the coast. The gate itself is made from dark, weathered stone, covered in intricate carvings that stand out against the vibrant green of the landscape. It really does feel like a gateway to another world, a gateway to heaven, as it's often called. Of course, it's a very popular spot for photos. You'll see people lining up to get that perfect shot, and who can blame them? It's an image that captures the grandeur and mystique of Bali. My advice? Be patient, wait for your moment, but also take some time to just stand back and appreciate it without a camera. Feel the cool mountain air, look at the way the clouds drift behind the gate, and just soak in the majesty of it all. It's a moment of pure awe. After all our exploring, I think it's time for a little refreshment. And in Bali, that can mean something truly special. We're just a short drive from Ubud at the Tajanungan waterfall. And wow, listen to that roar. There is something so primal and powerful about a waterfall, isn't there? You can feel the energy of the water as it thunders down into the pool below. It's an incredible display of nature's force. To get down to the waterfall, you have to walk down a series of steps, and with each step, the sound gets louder and you start to feel the cool mist on your skin. The anticipation builds, and then you round a corner and there it is, a huge cascade of water, surrounded by lush green jungle. It's not the tallest waterfall in Bali, but it's one of the most powerful and accessible. It's just beautiful. And the best part, you can go for a swim. The water is cool and refreshing, the perfect antidote to the tropical heat. You can swim right up close to the base of the falls, though not too close. You have to respect the power. Or you can just find a rock, sit down, and let the spray wash over you. It's invigorating. It's like a natural spa treatment, washing away all the heat and the dust from the road. What's also great about this spot is that they've built some lovely little cafes and viewing platforms up at the top. So after your swim, you can climb back up, grab a fresh coconut or a cold drink, and just sit and admire the view. It's the perfect combination of adventure and relaxation. A little bit of a workout, a refreshing dip, and then a peaceful moment to just sit and watch one of nature's greatest shows. I could get used to this. Okay friends, this next adventure required a very, very early wake-up call. We're talking the middle of the night, but I promise you, it is worth it. We are going to climb a volcano. Yes, an active volcano. This is Mount Batur, one of Bali's most sacred mountains. The goal is to hike to the summit in the dark, guided only by flashlights, to arrive just in time for one of the most spectacular sunrises you will ever see. The hike itself is a challenge, I won't lie. It's about 2 hours of steady climbing up a rocky, volcanic path. You start in the cool of the night, and you can see a trail of little lights, the flashlights of other hikers, snaking its way up the mountain ahead of you. There's a wonderful sense of shared purpose, everyone climbing together in the quiet darkness. The local guides are amazing, helping you every step of the way. And then, you reach the top, you're above the clouds. It's still dark, but you can see the sky starting to turn from black to a deep indigo. You find a spot to sit, and the guides do something amazing. They use the steam coming out of the volcanic vents to cook breakfast. They boil eggs and make banana sandwiches cooked right there in the heat of the volcano. How incredible is that? Eating a volcanically cooked egg as you wait for the sun. Then, the show begins. The horizon starts to glow orange, then pink, then gold. The sun slowly peaks over the clouds, illuminating the massive crater of the volcano, the beautiful Lake Batur below, and the neighboring peak of Mount Agung. It is absolutely, breathtakingly beautiful. You feel like you're on top of the world. All the effort of the climb just melts away, replaced by this incredible sense of accomplishment and awe. It's a memory that will stay with you forever. After climbing a volcano, I think we deserve a little bit of royal treatment, don't you? And I know just the place. Welcome to Tirtaganga, which means water from the Ganges. This isn't an ancient temple, it's a former royal water palace built in the late 1940s by the king of Karangasem, and it is just a fantasy of pools, fountains, and lush gardens. It's a place designed for pure pleasure and peaceful contemplation. The moment you walk in, you're greeted by this incredible maze of stepping stones that crisscross a large pond filled with enormous, beautiful koi fish. You can buy fish food at the entrance, and the moment you sprinkle it, the water erupts in a frenzy of orange and gold. It's so much fun. You can carefully make your way across the stones, feeling like you're walking on water, surrounded by these ornate statues of gods and mythical creatures that act as guardians of the palace. The whole place is fed by a sacred spring, and the water is considered holy. There are several pools here, including one where you can actually go for a swim. Imagine taking a dip in a royal swimming pool, surrounded by beautiful Balinese architecture and statues. The water is cool and crystal clear. It's like something out of a fairy tale. It's a place to slow down, to wander, and to just delight in the beauty of it all. This palace is a testament to the Balinese love for water. It's not just a resource, it's a source of life, of beauty, and of spiritual significance. You can spend hours here just exploring all the different nooks and crannies, discovering hidden statues, and listening to the gentle sound of the fountains. It's a photographer's dream, but more than that, it's a soul soother. It's elegant, it's playful, and it's utterly enchanting. This is the life. Just when you think you've seen the most beautiful water palace in Bali, you discover another one. This is Taman Ujung, or the Water Palace on the Edge. It's a sister site to Tirtaganga, also built by the last king of Karangasem. But this one has a completely different feel. It's grander, more expansive, and features this fascinating mix of Balinese and European architectural styles. It's like a little piece of Versailles dropped into the tropics. The complex is huge, with 3 large ponds connected by elegant bridges and pathways. In the center of one of the main pools is the Gili Bale, the king's former resting pavilion, which seems to float on the water. You reach it by crossing one of these beautiful ornate bridges. The whole place was sadly damaged by an earthquake and the eruption of Mount Agung, but it has been beautifully restored and you can feel the history and the royal elegance here. What I love about this place is the sense of discovery. You can wander over the bridges, explore the pavilions, and then climb a long flight of stairs up the hill behind the palace. And from the top, the view is spectacular. You can see the entire palace complex laid out below you, the shimmering water of the pools, and beyond that the blue of the Lombok Strait and the silhouette of Mount Agung. It gives you a real sense of the scale and ambition of this place. Compared to the more crowded sites, Taman Ujung is often wonderfully quiet and peaceful. You can find a shady spot under a tree, look out over the water, and just imagine what it must have been like to be royalty here. Strolling through these magnificent gardens, it's a place of serene beauty and quiet grandeur. It's the perfect spot to end our tour of Bali's treasures. A place that perfectly blends nature, architecture, and history into something truly magical. Well, my friends, our journey through the island of the gods has come to an end, but what an adventure it's been. From the green terraces of Tegalalang to the royal waters of Taman Ujung, Bali has shown us its heart. We've climbed a volcano for sunrise, made friends with monkeys, and felt the spiritual power of ancient temples. This island is so much more than just a beautiful destination. It's an experience, a feeling, a connection to something truly special. I hope you've seen that it's possible to embrace the iconic sights while still uncovering those quiet, hidden gems that make a trip unforgettable. The real magic of Bali is that it has something for everyone. Whether you're seeking adventure on a mountaintop, spiritual renewal in a holy spring, a connection to history in a traditional village, or just a quiet moment of beauty in a water palace, you will find it here. The key is to come with an open heart and an open mind. Let the island guide you. Talk to people, try the food, get a little lost. That's where the best stories are waiting. Now I want to hear from you. What are your favorite spots in Bali? Is there a hidden gem that I missed? A favorite warung with the best satay? Share your stories and recommendations in the comments below. Let's build a community of Bali lovers and help each other plan our next adventure, because I know I'll be back. Until then, my friends, keep exploring, keep connecting, and as they say in Bali, Suksma, thank you.